Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got an exciting one for you. That's right, commanders that are absolutely worth building around. Let's jump into it. So first up, I've got a fantastic one for you, and that is Corona False God. Now, for many of these commanders, I actually have full deck text on them. Make sure you check this one out. And this one's a very special one because let's read the card first, and I'll tell you what the secret of that deck tech is. A 5/5, legend apparently, for 6 mana in Wooburg. Yeah, that's been errated. It's an avatar, I believe. Hey, so at the beginning of each player's upkeep, the player untaps Corona False God and gains control of it. Whenever Corona attacks, creatures of the type of your choice get +3/+3 until end of turn. Now, this is definitely one you can go in a couple of different directions. You can go full blown out chaos if you want. Obviously, you know, with some goat effects, with some hey, everyone gets certain kinds of creatures effects. Yeah, you can just move Corona around essentially, and everyone pumps their team in swings, and maybe you've got some ghostly prisons to protect yourself. Absolutely. Or, like my build, you can go all backgrounds and essentially make it a nightmare for everyone to try to figure out what in the world is triggering when and where, because everyone, when they get Corona, has all those triggers now from all the different backgrounds. You can do a lot of exciting things with this one, and it can be incredibly powerful for the right build. Yeah, a very unique, very interesting commander. Check it out. Speaking of interesting and unique, Rukarumel Biologist, a 3/3 human wizard for Wooburg. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Slivers you control are non-token creatures you control are the chosen type of other creature types. The same is true for creature spells you control. Creature cards you own that are on the battlefield. By paying 3 and tapping it, you make a sliver. Now, here's the thing. Yes, this one can definitely be a sliver tribal. You know, sliver/goblin tribal, sliver/elf tribal. Whatever, basically, tribal you want it to be. That being said, here's the thing about this commander that is incredibly unique. There are very few cards in Magic that impact cards in your deck. Cards outside of the battlefield, essentially. And this one is one of the few ones that does. Yes, you can go slivers, but you can also go basically like adjustable tribal in a way. There's plenty of amazing tutors out there like, hey, yeah, go search your library for like a random goblin or an elf or whatever. This is one where you can essentially adjust simply by blinking it because it is an ETB that you can reset to change it to whatever tribe you need for the situation that you're in. So this can be a very unique commander, a very interesting commander, and a very spicy commander. Make sure you check it out. Onward we go and upward we go with a flying commander. Nimizit Supreme, a 5/5 dragon avatar for 5 mana in Wooburg. Flying, Hexproof from monocolored. Each instant sorcerer card in your graveyard that's exactly 2 colors has Jumpstart. And again, Jumpstart means cast it from your graveyard by discarding a card, paying its other cost, then exile it. This is a really unique commander in that, well, you can kind of build from one card to the next card, to the next card, to the next card, but it's all very specific. Again, you are building basically 2-color tribal in a way. You're saying, okay, I've got all these 2-color cards, they're instant sorceries, I can play one, which then I discard, another one, which then goes into my graveyard, which then I can play out of my graveyard with that one, and then another one, and then another one. It's basically just playing out of your graveyard, discarding out of your hand, getting benefits from both. There's plenty of great ways to gain benefits from discarding things from your hand, getting things out of your graveyard, and all of a sudden you can just have all the value in the world, and again, be able to just keep playing those cards again and again and again. Yeah, you can just go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and all of a sudden you are just dominating the board. Also, Mill can really help you out, or just like certain kind of tutoring effects that can get things directly in your graveyard too. This is a very unique commander, a very special commander, and one that actually is protected again from a good amount of removal spells again with that Hexproof from monocolored. Pick it up. I absolutely love my Gigantha deck, and it is a commander that, like many companions, gets slept on as a commander because people just think, oh, well, that's just meant for being a companion. No. Gigantha is so much fun as a commander, a 5/5 elemental elk for 5 mana. In Gruul, technically, but it's a Wooburg commander. It's got companion. Ignore that because we're talking about this as a commander itself. Tap, add Wooburg. This mana can't be spent to pay generic mana cost. Now, Here's the thing. Are there going to be times that you lose out on some mana that you're tapping this for? Sure, absolutely. But at the very least, each turn you're utilizing, well, 2, 3, 4, maybe even all 5 of that mana. That is a gigantic mana boost, a huge mana boost. And of course, there's certain combo things that you can do with it. Obviously, there's certain ways to just keep on tapping this again and again and again. Sure, okay, you can go that direction if you want to. You don't have to. This is one that you can go like multicolor tribal. You can go 5-color tribal if you want. All of a sudden, you're like, oh yeah, I tap it for 5 mana. I pay something, it's 5 mana exactly in Wooburg essentially. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh yeah, there you go. Oh wait, maybe if I untap it, I can do more. Okay, I'll do that again and again and again. There are so many exciting things that you can do. This one, it's not just meant to be a companion. Check it out. Moving on, kind of like I talked about how with Rukarubal, General Tazri is one that you might just be like, oh, that's boring. That's just like, you know what, do you want to play allies? If you don't want to play allies, then you don't want to play this. No. The potential is so much more for this one. A 3/4 human ally for 5 mana in white, but it is a Wooburg commander. Are you seeing a pattern here with these commanders? When it enters the battlefield, you may search life for an ally creature card to reveal up in your hand, then shuffle by paying Wooburg. Ally creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, X the number of colors among those creatures. Yeah, again, you might think this is very specific, like, okay, only if you want to play ally tribal. Sure, that could be a direction to go with it, but thank you, Alec, for teaching me the ways of the amazingness of this commander. Actually, you can go full-blown out tribalists, essentially. You can go all tribes. You can go, well, Lord Tribal in a way, if you want to call it that. But basically with this one, it goes, okay, ETB, and I go get Mere Entity. Yeah, you can go get shapeshifters with this, changelings, I should say, and all of a sudden, it changes the entire dynamic of the commander deck again. Going all lords in your deck, essentially, going in that Mere Entity, playing it, and turning your entire team into basically changelings, so they're all creatures, and you get all the benefits, all the lords. There's some really exciting things that you can do with this one. Make sure you check that deck out. Okay, one that I have to bring up because it is so special to Wooburg Commander players, Chromat. Yeah, Chromat is kind of like a big joke, but also big amazing at the same time. 5/5, unsure what it is. I think it's an avatar as well. For 5 mana in Wooburg, by paying 2 mana in Orzhov, destroy target creature blocking or blocked by Chromat. 2 mana in Izzet, Chromat gains flying until end of turn. 2 mana in Golgari, regenerate Chromat. 2 mana in Boros, Chromat gets ++1 until end of turn. Or 2 mana in Simic, you put it on top of its owner's library. Here's the thing. This does a lot of things, but it kind of does nothing in a way. I mean, like, okay, what are the best things on this? Protecting it. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I guess if you get infinite mana, you can, like, hit someone for infinite damage as long as you can get through with a flyer, essentially. You can destroy anything blocking it or blocked by it, and also you can get on top of your library. If you really need to do that, I guess. If someone's trying to steal it, you can go, no, it goes on top of my library. But also, I can put it in my command zone from there, so sure. This is one where it is such a janky, weird commander. You can have such a cool build around it, or it can literally just be like, oh, okay, I want to build 5 color. I don't want my commander to be very threatening at all. This is the perfect commander for that. This is the perfect commander for, okay, I want to build 5 color. I've got an interesting deck idea, but I don't really need a commander to do anything for the deck, essentially. So I'm just going to put Chromat as the commander for it, and everyone's going to ignore me because Chromat is so weird and just so strange that people are going to be like, huh, I don't know what's going on. It's kind of like the giant question mark for a deck as to what's going on. And then it's going to be too late for your opponents, and you take them out with whatever strategy you have. Moving on, my Sacrifice is the deck that I built around this one. Any Creed fans out there know? Okay, here we go. Atog, 5/5 Atog Legend. I think it's just an Atog. For 5 mana in Wooburg. Sacrifice an Atog gets +X/+X until I'm turn. X is you sacrifice Atog's power. Now here's the thing. Yes, you definitely can go Atog Tribal with this one. You most definitely can do that. What I like to do instead, though, is, hey, you know what? Let's just actually sacrifice Atog to itself. Yes, you can definitely do that. And there's some fantastic things that you can benefit with that. There's a lot of amazing things you can do with that, where you have this leaving the battlefield, you have it coming back to the battlefield because you use Feigned Death type effects to bring it right back. You've got amazing triggers that happen here, there, and everywhere when you're sacrificing, getting value from it, doing all these different things from it. Yeah, make sure you check that episode out. Again, it is one where opponents are like, you built an Atog deck? What? And you're like, yes, definitely an Atog deck. Yep. Oh, I'm just not drawing into any of my Atogs. I wonder what's happening. Next up, Tazri is back. Tazri, Stalwart Survivor, a 3/3 human warrior for 3 mana and white, but again, Uber Commander. Each creature you control has tap add 1 mana of any of this creature's colors. Spend able to activate an ability of another creature. Activate only if this creature has another activated ability. Pay 5 mana in Wooburg. Tap, mill 5 cards. Put all creature cards with activated abilities that aren't mana abilities. Run the milled cards into your hand. Yeah, this is a very, very spicy commander. Basically, activated ability tribal in a way. And of course, you're in the perfect color combination for this. The best color combination, Wooburg. Yeah, being able to just go, okay, everyone can tap for mana. All my creatures are dorks, basically. Now, I can't use that mana for whatever I want, but I can use it for activated abilities, including this amazing one, which is like, hey, mill some cards, probably get some things in your hand, and all of a sudden, do it again, and again, and again. Of course, if you've got some untap effects, which of course are plenty of great, easy, super easy, amazing ways like Vitalize, 1 mana, untap your entire team, or 2 arms, 2 mana, untap your entire team, draw a card. There's a lot of great ways to just go, okay, untap my team, get all those benefits again, all these activated abilities again, all this mana again, and then do it again, and again, and again. Yeah, Tazri is an amazing commander. Pick it up. Next up, Cody Vociferous Codex. This might be the commander when I first saw it, I was like, that commander is terrible. I do not like it. And then it completely swapped once I realized what you could do with it. And all of a sudden, I have actually 2 decks built around Cody because I love Cody so much. A 1/4 construct for 3 mana. You can't cast permanent spells by paying 4 and tapping. You add Wooburg. When you cast your next spell this turn, exile card to the top of your library to exile an instant or sorcery card lesser mana value. Until end of turn, you may cast the card with paying its mana cost. Put each other card, exile this by the bottom of your library in a random order. I mean, I think they should be able to, like, shorthand that and be like, Cascade, for instance, and sorceries. Cool. Yeah, that kind of, like, would just work, right? If they just called it that, that would probably be the exact same thing, and they probably should just do that. Regardless, having a commander that allows you to just go off the top of your library and hit something, yeah, you can go, like, big spells, and of course, I like commanders when they do have a give and take, and this is a give and take, right? You can't cast permanent spells. Now, the decks I built around this one in particular, definitely has a ton of permanent spells in it, and you get around that by building around a certain, sorcery maybe that lets you just play all your things for free out of your hand, and your opponents too, but yeah, you probably take a little more advantage of that. Yeah, I built 2 decks around this one, both specifically around cards that basically cost nothing that you can't cast normally, and so you can do some really, really, really weird things with this one where the entire deck can just be built around playing one particular card, and all of a sudden you can hit it every single time because the only one that's got that mana value in your deck. So yeah, being able to build around, again, specific things like this one is so much fun. Or again, just go big spells and just hit things and, cast around things too. So yeah, Cody can do a bunch of different things. It's a very spicy commander. Check it out. And finally, a newer commander that is also spicy, Infinite Guideline Station, a spacecraft for 5 mana in Wooburg. When it enters, create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each multicolored permanent you control. Station got flying once it's 12+ for the station. Whenever it attacks, draw a card for each multicolored permanent you control, and it's a 7/15 when it is active. Now, here's the thing with this one. You don't even need to ever, station it. You don't have to do that, and it will still be incredibly value for you. It enters, and you make a 2/2 for every single multicolored permanent you control. Yeah, that can be an absolute ton. Also, there maybe is a ley line out there that turns all your things into all colors, so you're like, oh yeah. By the way, every single time I do that, I basically double up my multicolored permanents, and then I do it again, and then I do it again, and I do it again, because blinking this is incredibly easy. I mean, it's easier when it is a creature, obviously, but still, there are plenty of ways to blink an artifact, too. That being said, yeah, you just, station it up, blink it with a simple cloud shift, and oh no, I lost my dude, oh no, okay, well, I'm gonna get it again. All of a sudden, getting the ETB again and again and again, and of course, also being able to go, you know what, I just attack and draw an insane amount of cards. Yeah, this is a very, very valuable commander, one that can be built in a lot of directions, a lot of fun. Check it out. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on it, and of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.